and welcome to India Business Report. I'm Nidhi Dutt in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. This used to be a place where people would come for spiritual enlightenment from near and far. But now it's a modern-day city that lures business from all over the world. And that's very much the case right across India. Whether it's hosting big international sporting events or economic growth, the world is watching the way India performs. So, what are multinational companies doing to prove their long-term commitment to doing business in India? IKEA's flat-packed furniture is famous the world over, but it's still to open up shop in countries like India. The middle class is making and spending more money than ever before. And as a result, companies like IKEA say it could be as big and as lucrative as Europe. It wants in on India's retail boom, and it's using a grassroots development approach in areas like Varanasi to make it happen. This village in rural Uttar Pradesh isn't the kind of place where the movers and shakers of the business world usually visit. But for Mikael Olsen, the CEO of Swedish furniture chain IKEA, it's part of his job. In 2007, the company was forced to admit that it couldn't guarantee that all its products were 100% ethically produced. He's now in India to make sure mistakes aren't being made.
We realize it's a long way, but we work every day on it, and I think it's very much value-based in IKEA, that people want to do good, want to have a sound business combining success, a good home furnishing range for people all over the world, but responsible, produced under responsible and good conditions, and most important of all, in improving conditions. And we want to contribute in that and invest in that today and also tomorrow.
Child labor and worker exploitation are sensitive issues in India. In states like Uttar Pradesh, experts say there are millions of children working in industries like carpet making. In recent years, the focus has shifted to companies like IKEA to be more responsible.
It's really important to be present together with the people long term. And of course, production, we just talked about how important it is to have work and to have employment. But that should be done in a responsible way. It should be done in a way where people are respected and where it leads to growth and development for the people that are concerned. And then it's good.
It had the makings of a state visit. The man at the helm of one of the world's biggest retailers is greeted by the very people that feed the global consumption beast. And the welcome is warm, not least because the company has been spending hundreds of millions of dollars working with agencies like the United Nations Development Fund and UNICEF, the Global Fund for Children. The idea to build closer ties with thousands of villages and bring greater transparency to areas like India's carpet belt.
Up to 2015, we will have 100 million people, children and women, directly influenced by the programs that we are actively participating in. And it's for IKEA, it's always reality that counts.
These programs don't just aim to legitimize IKEA's worldwide ethical production pitch. They're also part of an all-round investment plan, a way of convincing the Indian government that they're the type of company worth doing business with. The intended message is simple: we're in it for the long haul. But the one thing that stands in the way of expansion by companies like IKEA is India's tight foreign direct investment legislation.
We would like to open up as soon as the legislation permits. And we are sort of in between the different categories in the legislation. And because we are more than a retailer, we are a home furnishing company with a full integrated chain, and also participate actively in reality in many of the social programs. And I hope we'll discuss that later during this trip with the ministries and see if there could be possibilities to open up doors for the future.
Grassroots development is no longer just being done by government and international agencies. Companies with big expansion plans are rolling it into all-encompassing business models. And as Mikhail Olsen has seen firsthand, there's standing room only when people like him come to town with messages of better opportunities and empowerment. The question now is, how much notice is the government taking?